Hello and welcome to Unspooled. Today, reviewing another 2018 movie, a Netflix movie, this time, A Futile and Stupid Gesture, directed by David Wayne and starring Will Forte. So, I didn't like this too much, for many reasons. My biggest issue here being that for a movie that is a dramatization of the founding and subsequent expansion of a comedy magazine, the National Lampoon is this one that they're covering here. Is that for it being about that by and large, at least to me, this is not funny at all. This is not a funny movie. And, it doesn't have to be, admittedly. Even if you're writing about a comedy magazine, you don't have to be a comedy. You can be a serious and thorough examination of the people who started the magazine or whatnot. You can do that. But this one tries to actively avoid doing that and does actively attempt to go the comedic route. And it just doesn't work, for me at least. There are moments where it works that are mostly in self-parody, and that bit works great. And the bits that are actual straight lifts of jokes from the magazine or from the books or the radio show, that stuff is very funny, but it's not anything original to this movie. It's stuff that any fan of the Lampoon has seen or heard or read before. They're seeing it now for the first time. So it does have its moments that are funny, but unfortunately, the rest of this movie is a very tedious, very boring character drama that suffers from either not being an interesting story to begin with or just a very poorly written script here. I can't figure out which one it is. But either way, this was not something I cared for. Will Forte is genuinely great here. The problem is that the material he's working with is really not. So I don't really recommend this one. If you want to check it out for yourself on Netflix, it's up there right now for you to go see if you'd like to. But this was just not something I cared for, not something I liked. So that's really it. I settled at a 52 on this, mostly just because Will Forte is great. And there are those very funny moments that aren't pure lifts out of National Lampoon material. There are some original for this movie jokes that are admittedly very, very funny. The problem is that this is a nearly 2-hour movie, I think, and, an hour and a half of it is very boring. So I ended up at a 52. So that will do it for this episode of Unspooled. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more great content like this. And until the next episode, goodbye.